Hey there, it's the One Boom, and welcome to an episode of I Need a Weapon. In this series, what you guys do is you leave me classes down in the comment section below, and I use them and review them on a scale of 1 to 10. Enjoy the video. Alright, so today's class comes from Abysmal Neptune, and we are going to be looking at some dual-wield LCAR-9s here. Let's get right into the class. So this class consists of an LCAR-9 with dual-wield setup, a perk setup of Tier 1 Ghost, Tier 2 Scavenger, Tier 3 Gung-Ho and Tac Mask, for lethal, a Combat Axe, and for tactical, 2 Concussion Grenades. Alright, so since this game has come out, I have never really given an honest try to the dual-wield LCAR-9s, although I've heard a lot of good things about them. I personally think the LCAR-9 is a fairly decent sidearm. I would much rather rely on the MR6 or the RK5 or the Marshall or that new R whatever Rift weapon. I don't know. Anyway, the LCAR-9 is probably on the bottom of my favorite handguns. I don't know. Anyway, having it in dual wield, I've heard a lot of good things about, and it kind of ended up being what I thought it was. Let me first explain the mentality of some certain Call of Duty players. A lot of Call of Duty players will use a weapon or a setup that isn't necessarily great, or profound, or well thought out. They'll just use a setup that's kind of quirky, kind of strange, kind of odd, and when they do well with it, they start to praise the weapon. They become comfortable with it, so all of a sudden, you know, the P06 is the best sniper rifle, dual LCAR-9s can rival any SMG, and you hear a lot of stories like that. Now, I don't like to go into like statistics like, oh, this weapon only has this much range or this much hipfire spread and a quarter of a second sprint in and out time. I don't want to go into that, and that's not my channel. But just clearly, these are obviously mistakes. I mean, let's first go over the misconception that a lot of people have that the P06 is the best sniper in the game. Yes, you can get good. Yes, you can get good with it. You can learn how to use it. But if you're going to tell me a 3-round burst sniper rifle that needs to charge up before it fires is better than a one-shot kill sniper rifle like the SVG 100 or the Locust that doesn't need to charge up, I'm going to have to call some bullshit. Also, I've heard people say the LCAR-9 rivals SMGs. Now, that's not what Abysmal Neptune says. The guy that made the class did not say that this is better than any SMG or anything, but I've just heard that. So again, let me clarify, it's not his bad opinion or whatever. It's just an opinion I have heard. What I can say about the weapons themselves is that they work as well as you think they would. You know, you get up into someone's face and you can shoot people with them, and that's about it. You get near people and you spray them down. That's the long and the short of it. It lacks the versatility of something like the VMP, the Kuda, or the Razorback, where you can maybe pop someone at mid-range. It loses that versatility of a normal SMG, or even loses the versatility of the LCAR-9 if you would have had like extended mags and red dot on it and kind of make it more of like an accurate SMG. So versatility is not the name of this. It is getting in people's faces, and that is clear by the perk choices. We have Gung-Ho, and we have Scavenger and Ghost and Tac Mask. This is definitely supposed to be getting into people's faces and not being seen and not being stopped. And I like that. Also, having Scavenger, Combat Axe, and 2 Concussion Grenades, that's a great combination. Being able to throw equipment while you're sprinting and replenishing equipment, those are all great features for rushing people. How does that work in game? Well, about as well as you'd expect. I mean, you're charging people with dual-wield SMGs pretty much. You're charging people with 2 wildly inaccurate guns that have moderate damage. You're not going to be winning every gunfight and slaughtering people. You might have a good game here or there, but if you're fighting people that know what they're doing and you're fighting anybody that's half decent, your LCAR-9's not going to outplay them as much as whatever gun they're using is going to outplay you. That's just a fact. But I did make a decision to not review this class based on the fact that the LCAR-9s are not optimal, because that's not how we look at classes. Obviously, statistically, the LCAR-9 is not the optimal choice, but that's not the point. The point is, at the end of the day, does this class work and is it well made for what it's trying to do? Yes. Overall, this class gets an 8 out of 10. Why 8 out of 10? Because you still do have to factor into the fact that you're not making a brilliant class, but you are making a class that makes an odd set of weapons work. Combat Axe and the pistols is what I'm referring to. You get it. Anyway, and always, if you guys have any classes for me, leave them down in the comment section below, but make sure you break the mentality of thinking just because you did well with it means it's the best choice. Sometimes there's better choices out there that when you become comfortable with those, you can become an unstoppable god. But you don't want to be a cookie cutter copy and paste bullshit person who only uses 3 guns constantly and constantly so they never have a bad game. You have to find a good middle ground, but we're talking about reviewing. When you're talking about like optimal classes and reviewing classes, then it has to be brought up that this is not optimal. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below about this class. One final footnote here, dual wield RK5s are way better because they're for the same thing, getting in people's faces, but the dual wield RK5s are like a shotgun in comparison to the Elcar 9. So that's my 2 cents on that, a little footnote there. But anyway, I will see you when I see you. Leave me classes down below. You get it, you understand it, and if you do like this series, leave a like. That does help me out, and it lets me know you guys are into the series. And yeah, share with your friends, put it on Twitter, I don't fucking care. Anyway, see you when I see you. Goodbye! Hey, small footnote, guys. I got the HG40 out of a supply drop. If you'd like to see me do a live commentary with it, and you stayed this long throughout the video, go ahead and let me know down below. Do you want to see me do a live com with the HG40? I know you've seen a lot of gameplay with it, but it's my first primary weapon I've unlocked since reaching level, ooh, Jesus, 80? So I'm now level 200, so that didn't take too long. Let me know down in the comment section below if you want to see that. And like, favorite, comment, and subscribe or something. Bye.